I get this all the time. Ben, I'm training hard but still not gaining muscle. What am I doing wrong? And 9 times out of 10, it's not your workout, it's your food. You're simply not eating enough to grow. See, people love to complicate this. They chase the perfect meal plan, the cleanest foods, or the most optimal macros. But if you're not consistently eating in a caloric surplus, none of that matters. You don't build muscle from training alone. And I'm not talking about eating a lot once or twice a week. I'm talking about showing up to the table every single day and hitting your calorie and protein targets even when you're not hungry. Here's the part that makes me laugh. Guys will tell me they're eating 3,000 calories a day and not gaining size. But then I ask them, are you tracking it? And obviously they don't. They're just guessing. They think they're eating a lot. They had one massive meal and 6 small ones and convinced themselves that they're in a surplus. But let me be clear, if the scale's not moving, you're not eating enough. That's not a metabolism problem, that's a food consistency problem. Trying to gain muscle without tracking your intake is like trying to save money without checking your bank account. And then there's the volume eaters. They say they eat clean, they eat often, they snack all day. That's cool, but are you eating enough to gain weight? Because snacking isn't the same as strategically eating for growth. You don't grow by chasing the perfect meal plan. You grow by chasing enough food. Calories build size, protein builds muscle, consistency builds the results. And here's the truth that no one wants to hear. If you're a skinny guy who struggles to eat, you need to stop waiting to feel hungry. Hunger is a luxury, it's not a strategy. Sometimes you're going to eat when you're not in the mood, sometimes you're going to eat when you're full, and that's the price of growth. You don't need fancy supplements, you don't need secret hacks, you need food, tracked intake, and time. So forget about trying to find the perfect meal plan and ask yourself, are you actually hitting your calorie goals? Are you actually hitting your protein goals every single day? And are you weighing yourself weekly and adjusting the calories if needed? Because if you're stuck, you don't need an optimal strategy. You need more consistency and more food. That's how muscle is built. Not from clean eating perfection, not from intuitive eating, but from intentional eating every single day. So stop asking if training's the issue. If you're not gaining size, start by fixing your diet. Track, eat, and repeat. That's how skinny guys grow. If you're trying to build muscle but struggle to eat enough, then join our private school community. Inside, you'll gain access to step-by-step courses on diet and training, as well as weekly live group coaching calls where I personally answer your questions and help you break through plateaus. Join us now, the link is below.